Arsenal Southampton and watched that game will tell you within 25 minutes, Arsenal could have been 4-0 up if they were a lot more clinical. The reason why Arsenal did not win that game is they weren't clinical in front of goal. And in my opinion, Arteta made the wrong substitutions. That's just my opinion from the outside looking in. The last thing I look at is the referee and robbed this and robbed that. This Arsenal thing. Like, guys, I promise you, Arsenal is a big club. Can you stop acting inferior all the time? It's disgusting. Like, every time it's just like, oh, the reason we lost the game is the referee. They have an agenda against us. No one has an agenda. You were just not clinical. And in my opinion, Arteta should have kept Martinelli on the pitch because I thought he had a brilliant game. He should have taken off Jesus, put in Ketia, maybe try to refresh things up maybe with another player, maybe Vieira, Odegaard together in some sort of formation or something. And then you'd have won the game. Arsenal did not win the game because they lack clinical edge. Gabriel Jesus, and I'm going to say this before leaving, so, you know, I can just say it and dip. There's the brilliance, the smartness from me right here. Gabriel Jesus is genuinely overrated. This is my honest opinion.
I have to disagree.
Gabriel Jesus.
Hey, Gal, can I take this segment before you go, please?
Let me land.
Okay,
yeah, let me land. Gabriel Jesus is the James Harden of football without the point per game.
Dead.
He is just dribble. That's all he does. You know, it's just like every time you see him, you know, the aesthetically pleasing community, they get like erect when they watch Jesus. Because dribble complete, and they're just like Jesus. At the end of the day, Gabriel Jesus is better than Lacazette, and he's better than Aubameyang, so it's an upgrade. But this whole thing of putting Jesus in these conversations, brother, last season, we tried to tell the Arsenal fans, if you remove the 4 goals against Watford and the hat-trick against Newcastle, he had like 3 goals in about 35 games in Manchester City. So he is not clinical enough, Gabriel Jesus. And if he was clinical, the result is 4-0 Arsenal. So for once in your life, Arsenal fans, put your face in front of a camera and say it as it is. We weren't clinical enough. We made the wrong substitutions. And forget the referees. They didn't cost you the game at all.
Well done, Miguel, for not biting there, man. Well done, man. I applaud you. Can I go for you? Can I go for you as well before you do?
If you want to go, you can go. But I'm just going to say this. We know you have brought up front, so to call my player of overrated is kind of funny. Second of all, right, when it comes to Gabriel Jesus, he's only played 11 games for Arsenal, and he's already contributed to 9 goals. So this whole thing about saying, all he does is dribble, that those dribbles are getting him past players and contributing to wins, such as Liverpool at home. So you can keep talking about him as being overrated, but he's doing the job on the pitch for me, and I don't mind. There's games you're going to have off nights. Not everyone performs every single game, the whole 38 games this season.
Are you talking about Nunes?
I'm so disappointed, Gal. I wanted a longer segment there.
Kaz, obviously
better than Nunes. That doesn't change the fact that he is the reason why I didn't win yesterday.
Bro, he is not the reason why we didn't win. The whole team was poor in the second half.
I disagree.
How dare you? You're a hypocrite, because was Mo Salah the reason why Liverpool didn't win versus Nottingham Forest, or was it your whole team? Let me know, because you are the same person who consistently
I will answer.
defends Mo Salah when it comes down to your team losing, but you want to scapegoat one individual player for the whole team losing. So don't do that. Look at your own self and rewind for a second. Yes, there could have been more decisions. Yes, some of those referees.
Can I answer?
But the main focus is, if you're going to scapegoat one individual player, don't do that, and then don't defend Salah.
Let me answer you, honestly speaking. Honestly speaking, Terry, please just let me answer it. Right. Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, Ben White, Gabriel, Odegaard, Partey, Xhaka, Martinelli, and Saka, 9 of them had good games. Not one of them had a half. Brother, relax. Martinelli got. Can I finish, please? Martinelli got taken off wrongly. Arsenal, as a collective, played well. They played well. They created, but I've already spoken. In the first half, he missed 3 clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities, and in the second half, he missed a 1-on-1.
Husam, you did. I listened to you when you did your match reaction for Nottingham Forest. You said your whole team played terrible in the second half.
Stop. Yeah, but your whole team didn't play terrible.
And my whole team played terrible in the second half.
No, they didn't. That's cap.
Everyone dropped off. We let not Nottingham Forest. We let Southampton play their game more in the second half. We did not play like the team that was superior in the second half.
But all their attacks were counter attacks.
So you weren't robbed then.
Listen,
Yeah, you want.
I didn't even get to that part, Terry.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
get to that part. I will speak about that when we get to that. Right? First things first. That was 2 points dropped because first half we could have killed off the game. I agree with you. But second half, the whole team was poor. For you to pinpoint one individual player who didn't score a goal in the second half, in the first half, when everyone in the first half was decent, but the second half the whole team dropped off. Partey dropped off. William Saliba dropped off. You could say all of these guys you named.
Saliba had a bad game. He didn't just drop off.
So let's
to be fair, to be fair, Gal, he should have had a hat trick. Let's be honest.
Two minimum.
No,
forget about the hat-trick part. It's about the inconsistencies in your statement. To call somebody overrated, is Mo Salah overrated for the season he's having, and the fact that he was considered a top 5 Ballon d'Or candidate just last season?
Okay, Mo Salah's playing crap this season.
So is he overrated?
Do you see the difference between me and you?
Is he overrated though?
Ask me about Van Dijk. He's playing like shit.
No, but again, Igal, Mo Salah isn't overrated because he's got evidence to back up his where he should be, whereas Jesus doesn't. Like, he just doesn't.
Yeah,
and
there you
again,
go.
I'm in Husam's camp of I think that Jesus is low-key reverting to type. I think he started off really, he got to a new club, started off really well, kicked off, and then now he's coming.
One second, I didn't even give my thoughts on the game. So before you leave,
let me one question just before you move on. Just before you move on. If Jesus scored twice in the first half an hour, is it game over? Yes or no? Genuinely speaking.
If we get a second goal, the game's done.
Okay, boy, thank you.
Stop. Before you start speaking, one of the shots was side netted. 2 of them were blocked. One was the only shot that actually got on the goalkeeper.
So he missed.
And the goalkeeper made a good save. So I
hear
you. There was 4 chances, right? Now, let me rewind. The refereeing decisions, yes, there's people crying about it, but at the end of the day, some of those refereeing decisions were terrible. They were terrible. You can still say your team should have won the game and you should have done more in the second half, but in the same breath, say there were poor refereeing decisions. All those refereeing decisions did was keep Southampton in the game. It was on us to kill off the game. We didn't do that. So it's on us at the end of the night. But hey, the referee did have a poor night. And if you want to analyze those decisions individually, you can definitely say that there was potentially 2 penalties or at least 1 red card in those situations.